Are you guys more louder than an average bear?
No, I just think at the end of the day, I think it's come to a point or a place where it's just like, if you don't respect us, we have to tell you and be vocal with how we expect you to respect us, which is fair. We've stayed silent for so long on so many different topics and so many things. You get what I'm trying to say? But the moment that we speak up, my gosh, angry black woman.
Listen, we call prophets into the church. We pay them money to come tell us our future. What's that, mate? That's a fortune teller. That's a fortune teller. They ain't no prophet. Prophet comes in and warns you and tells you about your life and walks out, whether you can get £5 from you or not. But prophets get paid and get half the offering and then go away.
Sure. Affinity Xtra. Be extra.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are personal and do not necessarily represent the views of Affinity Xtra.
Yes, people. That's myself here, Roger Moore from Affinity Xtra. We're here to celebrate gospel music of black origin. I'm alongside the lovely Jade. Hello. She has a nice soul, soft voice, but she has to talk up today because she got things to talk about today. We need to go in, guys. Listen, right. Today's show, we're going to go straight in it. But apart from that, we're not going to be doing no Marvel versus DC today. That was the last episode. Do check that out anyway. So yeah. But I must think it's going to get tasty. So I'll be watching the Batman. You watching it?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, should be wearing a DC t-shirt next week.
I don't know about that. I stuttered there.
Should be cat.
Caught me off guard.
Listen, she be the cat with a Catwoman outfit on. Sorry guys, do not go there. But anyway, so yeah. But you should be, you know what I'm saying. But anyway, because Catwoman's black.
I'm Team Marvel, you know this. Never gonna stop, never gonna change.
You know what I mean? All Marvel's got is Black Panther. At least they got Catwoman. You know what I mean? I'm saying you can't do Black Panther. Can you?
No, it's Ironheart. Ironheart's coming out soon. She's basically the black Iron Man, female, Riri Williams. You need to check that out. Then you got Miles Morales, who's obviously the black.
Oh, the confusioners, the confusioners when he went because they can't make up no new more characters.
Ironheart's going to be introduced into Black Panther, I believe. So she's going to be a female that's into technology and STEM and all that stuff.
Okay, she'll be intelligent black woman. There's plenty of them out there, baby. You know what I mean? I love the black woman anyway. So yeah. But this is Roger and Affinity Xtra to break us music back origin, and we're here to talk the talk. But this show is about current affairs and what we see online. So I'm gonna go through a couple of things. I got a quick one to go through with, and I got a long one to go through with, and then another one to head out to finish off with. So we're gonna knock this out hopefully in the next 20 minutes to half an hour. Let's see what we can do. All right then, Jade. Right, so we're gonna check this out. Hopefully you're gonna just a quick little snippet of a video. Is quite interesting, I saw. Yeah, so watch this. You get that, sis?
Yeah.
I told you guys that was going to be quite a quick one anyway, so yeah. Definitely a quick one anyway, so yeah. But what do you think about that a young lady kind of like baiting herself out like that? So guys, if you didn't know on the screen, there's a young white lady, because if you're listening into the station, sorry, that's my bad, because I gotta remember people actually listen to the show as well. Basically, there's a young lady here that is basically became a TikTok kind of like, TikTok viral things anyway, so yeah. And it says, how did slavery start? And she puts up her hand up for a young, long, blonde hair girl and says, raises her hand and says, yeah, correct, it was you. How you feel about her?
I mean, do you know what? Accountability is everything in 2022.
Okay, so you don't feel sorry for her?
So I feel sorry for her.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Okay, cool. All right. I thought you'd be like, yo, man, that's we kind of dumping her out here anyway. So yeah, you don't really.
I think I get what you mean in terms of, do you feel sorry for her? Because technically it didn't start with her.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Yeah. It may not have even been her ancestors if we look at her family tree. Do you know what I'm trying to say? We don't know where she came from, so we can't really say like, oh, it started with you. But I think what she's trying to get at is, you know what, we can't be ignorant in 2022 and act like that we haven't been a part of the problem. And I think sometimes
good
that's the main thing. Like, you know what, we have been a part of the problem and we probably need to try and do something to correct the problem. It's not on black people to correct a problem that they didn't create. So by owning up and just saying, you know what, cool, yeah. Kind of was us. So we need to fix it.
Yeah.
I respect that still.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool, guys. I thought I'd just hit that quick starter. I thought it was an interesting one to put out there. Some people are like, why are you doing this for? Why are we going back into the past for? But I'm just like, yes, you know what, still, it is what it is anyway, still, you know. And the moment you realize what your part in history has been and just move forward. Well, we can't move forward without you actually understanding what you've done. It's simple as that anyway, still, yeah. But I'm put on another one which is a bit more controversial, a bit more tastier, not even controversial. Is that what they say? Controversial. But this one's a bit more controversial. It's done by I wouldn't say my boy Tatum, but but he did this video. But I want to break this down. I want to stop it at certain points anyway, still, yeah. So we're gonna try and do this as quick as possible. But I'm definitely gonna be getting Jade's input onto this anyway, so yeah. So watch your space, guys.
In my opinion, based on my experience and the people that I know, because I know a whole bunch of brothers that marry white women, 99.99% of the time is because of culture. I think people get caught up in their emotions and get caught up in rhetoric and think it's about race. No, it's more so about availability to certain women and culture. Normally, when you see men who make it in the NFL, NBA, and they go marry white women and people perceive, oh, that person's a sellout or whatever the case may be. No, it's because that person has now been interjected into a different culture. And I said this in my last video about family, marriage. When you look at the statistical data, you see that 70+% of black households, children are born out of wedlock. I grew up with my parents not together. And so when you are involved in a culture that may be more appreciative of the family structure, or for whatever reason, the family structure is more intact, and you get to a point where you're outside of your childhood, outside of where you grew up at, and now you perceive that I want this family, I want this type of environment, then you go for the people that are doing that. People that more than likely their parents are together. Or they have a structural environment that you feel like is conducive for what you want in the future. People that are less argumentative, people that are more agreeable with you, people that may agree with you politically, people that may understand financial success, and you may want to attain that relationship with them. That has minimal to do with race. And like I said, there's a lot of successful black people that are married to black people. There's a lot of conservative black people that are married to black people. ABL's wife is black. Ben Carson's wife is black. I can go down the list of men.
Okay, I just want to press pause there still, yeah. Was he boiling or was he going cool? I get it.
He's speaking truth. He's speaking some truth. He is speaking some truth. So I can't account for all black men that go for white women. Do you get what I mean? I can't.
Okay, cool.
However, what I do understand and what I realize, I'm in the corporate world as well, Roger. So
yeah.
I get it. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
There's not,
cool.
and the reason being is there's not a lot of in the corporate world. You are sometimes the only black woman or the only black guy in the room, in the industry.
Yeah.
And then if you're looking to climb up the rank and climb up the ladder, again, you're going to be the only black woman, the only black man. And so you end up being around people who are a part of the corporate world and a part of the corporate industry, or may have a similar income to you, or may have similar views in terms of where you're going. Yeah. And that is how some relationships form, in all honesty. And I think I think the saddest thing about it is the fact that, like, I call it moving more into middle class society. And I think what makes me sad about it is, why isn't there enough black people who already take up that space, so that you don't necessarily have to feel like, okay, not this is my only option, but
just talk to somebody who talks my talk and whatever.
Who gets it. Do you get what I mean? Like,
I do find it when he says somebody less argumentative.
The less argumentative thing, I'm a bit like, okay, I feel like you're just you're tarnishing everybody now. Like, but I understand where it's coming from. I do understand where it's coming from. I do think sometimes, and I'm not talking about everybody, but I think how the media portrays us and how we've been taught to handle things and to communicate. Do you get what I mean? And things like that. I understand certain aspects of where he's coming from. However, I don't feel like he can speak for everybody. Okay, cool. So black girls are more likely loud. I'm calm. I'm probably one of the calmest black girls that you will meet. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not an argumentative person. In general, are you guys
more louder than an average bear?
No, I just think at the end of the day, I think it's come to a point or a place where it's just like, if you don't respect us, we have to tell you and be vocal with how we expect you to respect us, which is fair. We've stayed silent for so long on so many different topics and so many things. You get what I'm trying to say? But the moment that we speak up, oh my gosh, angry black woman. And I remember having this at work a few times as well. Oh, that was it. So imagine this. So I'm in my office and we've got a team trip and we're going to Laser Quest, right? Now, I'm the type of person where when I'm in the office, I'm that girl where I come dressed up, I wear heels, like I look the part. I feel like if I look the part, I'll feel the part, I'll act the part. Walk with grace and, you know, be humble in all your ways is basically what I try and make sure I exude. And I changed my trainers because we're all going to Laser Quest, right?
Cool,
the whole team. So one girl turns around to me and she's like, oh, it's like you go from being all classy to ghetto once you put your trainers on.
Oh, stop that. Oh, stop that, man.
Okay. Everybody's putting their trainers on.
But when you put trainers on,
but when I put trainers on, I've now moved from classy to ghetto. And the moment that I thought, you know what, let me just tell you about yourself politely, all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's like, no, you're not going to do that because you already offended me by what you said. That's a microaggression right there. Because you wouldn't say to, you know, my other friend, Francesca, oh, you go from being classy to ghetto. So I feel like when we speak on things which aren't right, automatically people assume that we're being angry and loud when that's not the truth. We're saying this can't run.
No, 100%. So, okay, that's an interesting response. That's an interesting response because, like I said, you know, when he said about you're more likely to be referred to relationships being more likely together in the white community than in the black community, you know, that's down to who grew up. You know what I mean? There's situations where there's black and, you know what I mean? I've seen it happen either way. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know. I'm not comfortable with people throwing that. Oh, more likely black people are separated and whatsoever. I don't know. I'm not comfortable with that. I don't know about yourself. How you feel about that? You know what I'm saying? Because that stat's always saying that. Oh, black people are more likely to have kids.
I want to know. I want to know where he's getting this statistic from because do you remember the video that we watched last week where they basically said, actually, no, 50% of black men are
over
actually
50%.
Over
50%. Yeah.
So in my head, I'm like, where are you getting this stat from? And is this stat just pulled from like the media? Or do you actually have a legitimate place in terms of where this has come from? That's what I would like to know. And I think for me personally, if you're going to throw statistics out, give us the data source of where it's actually come from. I want to see what report this was pulled from.
And you can't be just pulling,
I can go and read it. You can't just be pulling stats out of mid-air because we will believe it.
Because the thing is, they could be just going to South Central or ghetto area and say, yo, we're going to run the stats for here and apply that for the rest of the country. So no. You've got to have a balance for you to it. And sometimes we do feed into that narrative and I do bump into the damage of unfortunately black men in our community spraying the seeds around the place and not taking care of the children. So I'm not going to be oblivious and play the fool over that if that does happen. But it's not there for us to go run out the community and pretend like it's never happened. I've seen plenty of people, next generation, step up and do a great job to the next generation and change things for themselves and for the generations after them. You know what I'm saying? So it's really important that, you know, the importance of relationships. So why, you know, again, he's not the author of it. Tatum, he's a very opinionated guy, but I thought I'd bring his opinions out there. I get his opinions and I like his opinions. He's just a bit aggressive and very blinkered away. He brings out his points, but, you know, he raises very valid points. And I think that, you know, as Jade said, you know, you know, when it comes to we have to look at the classes that we are moving into, and I know footballers get bashed because they're always with non-black women, always, you know, and that's tough for the sisters. And they're like, yo, what about us? You know what I'm saying? So, and to be honest, it's not like the girls are high class girls that they're going for. They're just going for them wag girls that go hunt them down. You know what I mean? So it's not even like they're just in the right place at the right time. You know what I'm saying? Well, basically, they're nowhere to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think the saddest thing about it though is, you know, I think with black men and black people in terms of money and wealth, the more money and wealth that you attain over the years, the more conservative views you tend to have to protect your money and wealth. And you may have come from like a Labour background, but then it's kind of like your values end up getting a little bit lost. And I think that's what I find quite sad, in all honesty. Not the fact that you're going for white women, it's just the fact that just remember where you came from.
100%. 100%. The massive problem for ourselves is that we don't put wealth back into the community that we grew up in. You know what I'm saying? If we did, we're second generation in this country. We would have a lot more wealth in our community if black invested back into black, and it's successful. Even if they said, "Yo, I'm putting 5% of my earnings into a pot with professionals, and we'll be servicing our community, black projects," and you know what I mean. Then we definitely see a big difference on that anyway. So yeah, but that's cool from Tate. I'm not going to finish off the video because he'll be just going on and getting people mad anyway. Still, yeah. So definitely want to keep Tate a bit quiet still anyway. So yeah, but I got this fun video coming up, and hopefully we'll check this one out. So if you're listening in, there's a little 3-year-old boy standing on the table right now. And obviously you can feel that the sound. You know what's going on. And I got this boy standing on the chair. And I think it's his parents in front of him. So he's gonna lay hands on his parents.
And God said he told me he's gonna use you at 3 years old to lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover. God said he's gonna use you to a prophet to the nations. He's gonna begin to speak the word at a young age. The Lord told me at 3, and that's when I started my ministry back up while he's 3. Because I gotta obey what God said. Prophet, call on Jesus. Say Jesus. Say Jesus. 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 Lay hands on Daddy and lay hands on Mama. The fire of the Holy Ghost.
But just dropped on the floor, slain in the spirit. I don't think I got to impress Jade here. The shaking's going on. Yes, cover them up, man. Cover them up. Come on, dead bodies or something? Look happy now. Lick mommy then daddy down. So Jade, any commentary? He's looking over the prey. So we're just looking at the 3-year-old child now, still staring at his 2 parents that he's just slain in the spirit. I have to use the terminology. Oh, he's starting to do his little dance. Yeah, man. His dad just kind of got back up. Ish.
I have no words.
Look, he looks happy, man.
He's so cute, though. I'm not gonna lie. He's such a cute little kid. Listen.
Okay.
Let your children be children.
Okay, cool. So you saw a 3-year-old child walking in the anointing of God.
Let your children be children.
So if you had a child, you wouldn't the 3 years old.
My child be in the creche playing. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Learn about Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
But God told her.
Really?
God told her that his dad's sick, so he might have to lay a hand upon him, dad, and heal him at the age of 3. He never had a clue, did he?
Do you know what?
He was like, what the? Look at his face.
Do you know what as well? I think it's a big expectation to put on a kid. Do you get what I'm trying to say? God forbid, and I pray that the daddy is well and healthy and stuff like that. Do you get what I'm trying to say? But God forbid if the dad isn't well and the child's gone and done that, and then, the child later on thinks, was it my fault? Do you get what I'm trying to say? That's such a big expectation to put on a 3-year-old. Nah, allow that.
I actually thought this might have been a longer conversation, but I feel like Jade's also shutting this bad boy down. And the sad thing is guys, and whether his child is 3, I think just like you said, children, even like 13, 14, I think that we just gonna let them be what they're going to be. And I think that we've forced a lot of children in this route. And this youth could be a bad youth when he goes older, you know what I'm saying? What about all this? It really just, I don't know. If you went to a church and they did that in front of you, what would you go back?
I'd walk out. I'm not staying. Because you know what, as well, for me, the Holy Spirit is meant to bring peace. Okay. This seems like chaos.
Okay.
It just seems a bit too chaotic for me. And it's the way the dad laid down, then popped up, then laid back down again.
Yeah.
In my head, I was thinking, I don't know,
It's coming true, man. It's coming, get slain again.
What do you think about the whole being slain, actually?
Oh, I'm a Wesleyan. I'm not Pentecostal, so I'm gonna pull the opposite to everybody on that one.
What do you think about
I remember I used to get in trouble when I met my missus and started going to different Pentecostal churches and stuff like that. So even before my missus, I went to Pentecostal churches. They'll put their hands on me and I would budge.
You like my front, yeah. Do you know what? I've always said, if people come, don't touch my head. No. My thing is, I'm very spiritually, I feel like you need to be guarded as well.
Yeah.
People shouldn't just be coming up to you and laying hands.
Yeah, correct.
No. That don't run. So don't touch my head. Do you get what I'm trying to say? If you're praying for me, I want to hear what you're saying. So when the music and stuff is going on, if I can't hear you, no, we're not doing this. I need to hear the words that you're speaking over my life in this prayer. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I need to protect my peace, my spirit, everything like that. First of all, don't push me because I'm not falling. I'm not doing the whole, okay, I pushed you, now go back. No. I stand strong and firm in the word of God. I'm not going down like that.
People go down, man. Trust me. And it's like they go down and I don't know what procession they're trying to hit out anyway still. Yeah. But that was quite intriguing for me. And me personally, I'm just not really, you got to be really careful with this. Yeah. Really, really, really careful. Yeah. You can't say that God can't use the children. I think people might put in there and say, oh, God can use a child and whatever. So yeah, but I do feel that this is, man, they're lucky that child services aren't coming in this place. If it's the UK, man, child services.
Really?
You think so? Like, what, I mean, you know, it's like, if you've seen two witches, you know what I'm saying? This is not the same thing, but we had to show is, no, let's pretend like, because we're just looking at, because we're the good side, it's cool. But if you saw two witches getting their child to cast spells on them, how would you feel?
You're not lying there, Rog. You're not lying. I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? You'd be like this. I'd be like, yo, get that picnic out of there because the force in there. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So if you get into, and this is, I'm not saying this is the same thing, but so there's bad spirit and there's good spirit.
You flipped it differently, and it's true what you're saying.
So it's just like, for me, it's just like, yo, we got to be, one more for one and one more for the other.
It's
you know
true.
what I'm saying? You know, end of the day, so when people come to age, you let them do the thing at the age. You know what I'm saying? What it is, because it's just longevity, but to the pity, they don't even know what he's doing, man.
I know.
It's just, bless his heart. He just want to go home and have his rice and peas and chicken, man, and plantain on the side, man, with macaroni cheese. He get me blood and some big dollop of gravy next to it, and then have some Viennetta ice cream straight after that. That's all that boy is looking for. And 2 tweaks after that, by the looks of things.
If you went to a church like that, what would you do?
I'll be gone, man.
Would you even wait around to the end?
Listen,
would you just walk out?
You know, because I'm a respectful guy like that.
Yeah.
I'll get to the end.
Okay.
And then I'll just go.
Yeah.
And never come back.
Take communion, leave.
I don't know about communion. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about communion. I'll contact safeguarding on a Monday. You know what I'm saying? You know, but the worst thing is that is very dangerous to get a 3-year-old to do that. You know what I'm saying? In all manner of sports anyway. So yeah. But we don't be hyping it. You know, obviously, parents, if you're watching this video and going, how dare they talk about our son like that? How dare they talk about us right now? Look, Pity don't even. You know what I mean? He's not even. What are you doing, dude? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, where's the spiritual maturity in that place? You know what I'm saying? And we have to stop focusing on signs and wonders. And it's, I don't know if I'm not saying it's for me, I don't want to be keeping swiping at Pentecostalism, yeah? But it's full on thing on signs and wonders. It just does my head in without substance and knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
True.
You know?
Yeah.
And you're like, this to me is borderline abuse of the child. Because using it for a circus trick.
I hear that.
Is this a circus? People, you might think, Roger, you're wicked. You know how I go to heaven. But the thing is, listen, we call prophets into the church. We pay them money to come tell us our future. What's that, mate? That's a fortune teller. That's a fortune teller. They ain't no prophets. Prophet comes in and warns you and tells you about your life and walks out, whether you even get £5 from you or not. But prophets get paid and get half the offering and then go away. Prophets give you the anointing to cover you, but you got to pay your 10% a month to the organization to be a bishop. Yeah, you think I don't know people? Yeah, you're gonna be apostle, so you have to. Nah, guys, man, no. That's that's a pyramid scheme right there. Still, you know what I'm saying? So you need to call things for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I'm gonna get totally battered after these comments here, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just going in, man, because I've seen too much in church. I'm just putting it out there, man, people. Sorry.
Okay, so
Jay's gonna now round off the whole show now because Roger might go into a whole get Rex mode. But yeah, I think that's got triggered then.
I can tell. It's touching enough.
It didn't
I wasn't
touch at first.
expecting that.
Yeah, it didn't touch me at first, but then when, as the Lord God was revealing to me,
Roger, stop. Roger, stop.
He from the depths of my soul came out. He spoke to me. Thus saith the Lord. KJV version.
You know what? I do hear you in terms of this is it feels like a circus. Chaos. Yeah. That's me saying circus is meant to be chaos. Yeah, chaos isn't from God. You know what I mean? So this situation here, this setup, it's unsettling.
It's where the elements of witchcraft and all sorts of things can come into the church because people just can't see the difference. Kind of see the difference. That's why witches just function like the jokes, like a joke, and we just need to get it sorted out. But listen, guys, that is the last video for today. Yes, it's definitely a different show today, ain't it?
Yeah, I mean, you definitely rounded this one off. Usually I give the final word, naturally, and now Roger was just shutting the whole thing down.
I'm like these comments. Put your comments in YouTube, please.
Who's the presenter that sits with Piers Morgan? What's her name called again? Suzanne.
Yeah, it's still things like
Do you know when Piers goes in his right, she's sitting there, she's just like, yeah, okay. That was me, guys. That was me.
Yeah. I just put out the truth. Piers, I'll be. If you want to shout out me, just shout me out. If you're on the Pentecostal side, man, and shut me down. Yeah, I'm there to learn, people. I'm there to learn. But listen, guys, thanks again for listening in. Alongside Jade here on Affinity Xtra, we're here to put out these videos. Do send us some videos in, and I do kind of put out to the presenters. They hit me some current videos, hence why I found a couple of these today, courtesy of some of the networks that we have got on the social media, which has a good laugh and giggle. We can giggle at this, but there's a very serious motion to a lot of these videos out there as well that we need to glean from and actually understand and learn from. And maybe you agree or disagree, I don't know. Or me and Jed agrees or disagrees, like DC versus Marvel, we don't know. But
it's Marvel out here.
Yes, DC right about here, man. So the Batman, you know what I'm saying? Aquaman and Flash and I'm saying Shazam 2 and we got
Black Adam, that's not black.
You know what I'm saying? The Black Adam that's
what is from Hawaii.
Listen, I'm black, so he's black. He's only 2 tone higher than me. So I'm going to get in trouble for that, making that statement there. 2 tone higher, But anyway, listen, Roger, listen, Roger. Listen, people. Jade, Roger Moore here on Affinity Xtra. Nothing but love, people. Blessings, man.
What's going on, people? I'm DJ H. Make sure you check out all the stuff Affinity Xtra's got going on, man. We've got loads of content, loads of things coming out. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel, Listen. Don't go anywhere, Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Subscribe is the main thing. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like it, and share it with your brethren, yeah?